Hello friends, how are you? Let us continue with ESG sustainability related problems, challenges and solutions discussion. Now next problem example is plastic packaging waste. This problem has become one of the most significant environmental challenges globally as single-use plastic products like bottles, wrappers, bags continues to overflowing landfills and ocean pollutions. Now, these plastics degrade very slowly and leading to accumulation of waste in the ecosystem. Yeah. Also, marine life is particularly affected as animals ingest or become entangled in the plastic debris. The wide spread of the plastic packaging, particularly in the food and beverage industry, continues to grow despite the environmental impact and with only a small fraction being recycled. Okay, this is the problem. Now let us talk about the challenges in treating this problem. Challenges: what are the challenges? Reducing plastic packaging is difficult because it is cheap, durable and versatile. Many businesses rely on plastic packaging for its convenience and affordability. So customers or consumers also have limited alternatives to plastic products, especially in the sectors like food and beverage, where plastic is often the easiest option for packaging perishable goods. Now the challenge is also compounded by inconsistent recycling system, inadequate waste management infrastructure, and lack of widespread consumer awareness about the environmental impact of the plastic. Now let us see the solution side of this problem. Okay, what can be the possible solutions? A solution involves a shift basically towards the sustainable packaging alternatives such as biodegradable or compostable waste material or compostable packaging material, such as we can say recyclable material, uses of recycled material. Also, companies can prioritize reducing packaging and implementing circular economy models that will involve reusing, recycling packaging materials. Also, governments can introduce regulations like plastic bans, EPR, extended producer responsibility programs, incentives for using eco-friendly packaging, and public awareness campaigns. Education campaigns also increase consumer awareness and demand for products with sustainable packaging options. So we have seen the problem of plastic packaging waste, the associated challenges and the solutions associated to it. Thank you. Let's see another example now. Now let's see another example of problem of e-waste, and that's a growing concern as electronic devices like smartphones, computers, televisions are discarded in massive quantities every year. Improper disposal leads to toxic chemicals like lead, mercury and cadmium also, and it is leaching into the environment. So these substances pollute soil, water and posing the health risk to human and the wildlife also. Additionally, e-waste contains valuable materials such as gold, copper, which are not recovered and are lost. So the growing consumption of electronic products and their rapid obsolescence exacerbate the e-waste problem, creating long-term environmental and social challenges. So let us see the challenges which we face in treating this problem. Okay, the challenges are like one of the main challenge of e-waste management is the most electronic waste ending up in the landfills or informal recycling operations in different countries, where workers often lack the proper equipment and safety measures. Also, the global nature of e-waste make it hard to regulate and track, and especially since many products are designed to be non-repairable and non-recyclable. So also consumer tendency to upgrade device frequently, upgrade. This is also very important. Upgrading the devices. This is also challenge. Okay, this is happening more frequently and combined with a lack of awareness, which is increasing the problem again. Now let us see the solution side of this. Okay, solutions can be like to e-waste is the establishment of recycling system, basically responsible recycle system. Okay, that will involve certified e-waste recycling facilities to recover valuable materials and dispose of hazardous components safely. Companies can adopt a take back scheme, which like offering consumers to the option to return old devices for responsible recycling, and manufacturers should design products with easily disassembly, reducing the complexity of the recycling. Also, governments can implement e-waste regulations, providing guidelines for safe disposal. Safe disposal. Okay, and incentivizing the recycling program. Incentivize. Okay, consumer awareness, again, as I said earlier, also consumer awareness campaigns can promote repair over replacement. Very interesting. Repair over replacement. Okay, so why we are doing this? To extend the lifespan of the electronic item. So we have seen the e-waste problem, the solutions, the challenges associated to it. Thank you, friends. Let us see another example now. Another sustainability or ESG related problem is basically food waste. Okay, so food waste is a significant global issue, with nearly 1/3 of all food produced worldwide being wasted. 1/3. Okay, this waste occurs at every stage of the food supply chain, from farms to stores and households. The environmental impact is substantial, as wasted food takes up valuable resources such as water, land, okay, energy. Yeah. So when food decomposes in landfills, it produces methane. Okay, methane, a potent greenhouse gas emissions. Additionally, food insecurity is a pressing issue, and the paradox of food waste, MS Hunger, highlights systemic inefficiencies in food distribution and also in the consumption. Okay, systemic inefficiencies. Now, what are the challenges in tackling this problem? So the challenge in reducing food waste is multifaceted, which includes logistic issues like okay, like inefficient supply chain management, where food is damaged or discarded before reaching consumers, lack of awareness about expiry dates, okay, proper food storage leading to food being thrown away prematurely also, so which is happening because of lack of awareness about expiration dates. Then cultural factors such as perception of food abundance combined with consumer habits like over purchasing contribute to the problem. Also, addressing food waste requires cooperation across all levels, from production to consumption actually. Now, what can be the solutions, possible solutions? Let's say examples are: the solution to food waste includes better supply chain management to minimize losses during production, and the transportation also. Okay, so retailers can adopt dynamic pricing mechanism. Okay, dynamic pricing, DPM. Okay, or we can say dynamic pricing models that reduce prices for products nearing expiration and encourage consumers to buy these items before their spoil. Also, governments can introduce food recovery programs, encouraging food donations to charities instead of sending edible foods to landfill. Public education campaigns should promote portion control. Very interesting. This is called portion control. Okay. And better food storage practices at home as well. Additionally, companies can invest in food waste tracking technologies to identify where the waste is occurring and optimize the supply chain. So we have seen the problem related to food waste, challenges associated, and the possible solutions. Thank you, friends. Let us see another example now. Another example is about the problem for ESG and sustainability related aspects like loss of biodiversity. And this rapid loss of biodiversity is a very pressing environmental concern. Species are disappearing at an unprecedented rate due to the habitat destruction, pollution, overexploitation, and also because of the climate change. Okay. This loss disrupts the ecosystem, affecting everything from food production to the water quality. So biodiversity is essential for ecosystem stability and providing numerous benefits such as pollination, water purification, climate regulation. As biodiversity diminishes, the resilience of ecosystem weakens and making them less able to adapt to changes and affecting well-being of communities that rely on those natural resources. Okay. Now, the challenges associated to tackle this or treat this problem. The primary challenge we can say in protecting biodiversity, which is lying in balancing economic development with conservation. Deforestations, agriculture expansions, urbanization often take precedence over environmental consideration in many regions. So we can say deforestation, agriculture expansions, and urbanizations. Okay. Additionally, the lack of comprehensive environmental policies, enforcement mechanism makes it difficult to protect endangered species and their habitat. So, climate change further increasing habitat loss by altering ecosystems and making it more difficult to species to adapt. Addressing these issues requires widespread policies and behavioral changes at global level, national level, or local level actually. Now, what can be the possible solutions? Like we can say governments and businesses, we can work together to establish protected areas and biodiversity conservation zones, and also strengthening the environmental regulations such as enforcing stricter laws on logging, hunting, and land conversion, which can help preserve the habitats. The implementation of sustainable farming practices and eco-friendly urban planning that can reduce habitat destructions. Companies also can commit to biodiversity-friendly supply chains by sourcing raw materials sustainably and ethically, and working with conservation organizations. Very important factor again, public awareness campaigns can reduce this problem. Also, we have to educate people about the importance of biodiversity and encourage individuals to adopt more sustainable practices in their day-to-day or daily lives actually. Yeah, so we have seen the problem of loss of biodiversity, then associated challenges and the solutions for it. Thank you, friends. Let us see another example now. Another example is about ESG problem and sustainability problem, that is gender inequality in the workplace. Gender inequality in the workplace basically continues to be a major issue, with the women often facing lower pay, limited career advancements, and discriminatory practices basically. Women are underrepresented in leadership roles, and gender uh, biases, okay, affecting hiring and promotion decisions also. And the gender pay gaps persist globally, with women earning less than their male counterparts for similar work. So this can be the problem, ESG problem. Okay, or sustainability problem. Additionally, women in certain industries face sexual harassment, lack of proper work-life balance due to inadequate parental leave and childcare policies. And these inequalities contributes to a less inclusive, diverse, and productive workforce actually. Now, what can be the challenges associated with this? We can say challenges in addressing this issue of gender inequality is multifaceted, and we can say deep-seated cultural and societal norms that perpetuate gender stereotypes contribute to discriminations. Biases, both conscious and unconscious, can influence hiring decisions and career progressions. Also, additionally, lack of we can say policies that supports work-life balance, such as adequate parental leave and flexible working hours, makes it difficult for women to thrive in their careers. And resistance to change also, resistance to change from organizational leadership and outdated work, we can say outdated workplace structures can further hinder progress towards the gender gender equality. So what can be the solutions associated for this? Possible solution, let's say, to address this problem, organizations can implement equal pay policies, okay, and conduct pay equity audits to ensure the men and women are paid fairly for equal works. So that's a good idea, audits for equity. Uh, Companies should introduce diversity inclusion programs that actively promote gender equality in leadership positions. Also, flexible working arrangements, including remote work options, parental leave, can also help create a more inclusive environment. Then think about mentorships and sponsorship programs, which can provide women with the support and resources needed to advance their careers. Also, governments can introduce policies that promote gender parity, such as mandatory gender quotas and family-friendly workplace legislation. So these problem, challenges, and solution for this problem, particularly gender inequality and workplace. Let us see another example now. The next example for the problem of ESG and sustainability is access to clean water and sanitation. Access to clean water and sanitation remains a major issue in many parts of the world, particularly in developing countries, and lack of access to safe drinking water leads to waterborne diseases, malnutrition, and higher mortality rate. These poor sanitation practices also contribute to the spread of diseases, with many communities lacking lack of proper sewage system, okay, sewage system and waste disposals, okay. The water crisis disproportionately affect vulnerable population, particularly women and children who spend hours in collecting the waters. Climate change is further increasing the situation by uh, causing droughts and disrupting water sources. So this is problem of access to clean water. Now see the challenges in dealing with the problem. The challenge of providing clean water and sanitation, which lies in the lack of infrastructure and investment in many regions. Developing the necessary infrastructure for clean water access and sanitation requires significant financial resources and political will. In rural and remote areas, logistical challenges such as difficult terrains and lack of transportation make it harder to provide clean water. More than that, water scarcity caused by climate change further limits available resources. So addressing this issue requires a multifaceted, multidimensional approach involving technology, policy, Community engagements, also community engagements. Now, what can be the possible solutions? Let's discuss about them. We can think about governments and organizations can invest in building the clean water infrastructure such as water treatment plants and piped water system in undeserved area, and also rainwater harvesting and the use of solar powered water purification system can also help in providing clean water to remote communities. And public private partnerships can help scale solutions and ensure the water systems are sustainable. Education campaigns about safe water practices, sanitation, hygiene can also improve community health. Also, international aid organizations can support water access projects and provide resources to implement affordable water systems in water stressed regions. So we have seen the access to clean water sanitation problem, the challenges and possible solutions for it. Thank you very much, friends. Let us see another